here, or we just take it off and keep it clean. Hey, my name is Paweł Paska, this is my channel about wine, and in this episode we're gonna talk about where, why and when we should cut the foil. You might be working in the restaurant, or probably when you've been in the restaurant you saw different ways. Some people open right here, some people open on the top, sometimes there is no foil on the top, and then you are thinking, why is that, and when and why, or maybe you heard different opinions from your colleagues from work. To be honest, it depends. If you drink your wine at home, so obviously do what you want, open however you want, that's your own wine and your own way, and no one should judge you. On the other hand, if you work in the restaurant, in my own opinion, the wine should be open this way, underneath the thicker part on the neck of the bottle. Why is that? There is few reasons for that. First of all, it's hygiene. So basically, if you have old wine, wine that lays in the cellar for 5, 10, 20, 30 years maybe, there underneath the foil, you're gonna have some mold, you're gonna have some dust, you're gonna have some dirt, which you obviously want to clean. If your wine is more special, aged for longer, and you serve in the restaurant, you don't want the wine from inside of the bottle have any contact with the dust or mold or anything that goes around the neck, around the cork on the top. So what would you do? You would cut from the bottom of the thick part, take out all the top, come with the clean napkin, clean it around, take out the cork, clean a little bit inside, clean around, and then pour the wine so you're sure there is no dust, no particles, nothing dropping from the surroundings of the bottle inside the glass, so the wine is perfectly clear inside the glass, so you don't have any problem with the guest. Another thing, doesn't matter if the wine is old or young or expensive or cheap, doesn't really matter. When you open the bottle from the bottom of the thick part, looks a little bit more clean. It looks a little bit more professional, I would say. That gives yourself, the guest, the restaurant, impression of good service, of you being a little bit more professional about it, caring more about the wine, making the job a little bit more cleaner, this much more professional, and that's obviously is going to give value to the experience. That's gonna give your guest or your boss impression that you know more about the wine, you care about the wine a little bit more, you want the wine be served in the proper way. This matter of circumstances. Also, it looks just better. It looks just much more clean, much more professional, much more elegant. For yourself, it's gonna give you a little bit more professional look. For the restaurant, obviously benefits. For your guest, if he's coming for business meeting, date or family meeting, doesn't matter, wine is served properly, you are serving properly, doesn't matter of the price or age or anything else. Your guest is going to appreciate you more. He is going to be much more appreciated by the people that he came with. It's going to give the value, his choice, a little bit more value. So obviously better experience and win for everybody. So that's why in the restaurant, in my own opinion, the wine should be always open underneath for those two reasons. Okay, so if we should open underneath the thick part, so shall I open all the time underneath the thick part, and when you open the wine on the top, it's actually totally fine. 90% of wines that you're gonna drink Friday, Saturday night, 90% wines that are served in the restaurant are not old wines. Those are younger wines made to be served quicker, to be drunk fast. So they normally not gonna have any dust, any mold. They're gonna be still clean underneath. So it wouldn't make any difference, but still in the restaurant, I would say open the wine from the bottom just to make sure that is everything served a little bit better. But if it's your personal meeting at home, you're going with your friends somewhere, around, whatever, having good time. Doesn't really matter. The most important, of course, is the wine inside the bottle, not the way how the bottle is open, right? Then we come to the third part, the third way, taking all out, keep it empty. So in this way, no problem with contact with any mold and anything. It's very hygienic, so why don't we do that? Again, doesn't look that professional. Looks a little bit more rustic. When you take out all the foil from the top, it doesn't give this experience to your guest while you're opening the bottle of wine, unless you are in some kind of very rustic, very on your own small wine bar that you just pop up. In my own opinion, when you don't cut, take all the foil from the top, looks a little bit empty. It looks a little bit too naked, I would say. So the neck of the bottle looks a little bit too naked. It doesn't look that special. Very often, like right here, you've got some initials of the winery or the person who made the wine, or some extra informations about the wine. So that's kind of valuable part for the bottle. I believe should stay on the top. Is it used sometimes, and is that a big deal? When you work on the bar, very often, or when you see bartenders, they very often have plenty of cocktails to do, and they sell the wine by the glass. Those are more simple wine, and the wine is open and probably served in next half an hour because the restaurant is busy, and by the glass, that's 6 glasses, the wine is gone. They don't have really time to play around with the foil, so very often they would just take the foil, drop it behind them and serve the wine, because it just go to the guest straight away, and the guest doesn't really see the service and doesn't really need to see, and there is nothing wrong with that. That would be very often in these situations happening. Or very often you can see that when you work on the banquet, or when you come into the banquet and there is separate part with the bartenders and all the people with service, so then there's plenty of wines to go, a couple of hundred people, there is maybe no time to screw around, so there is just like bam bam, the bottle is gone, next one, next one, next one. That's also a proper way. It's just depends of the situation and depends where you're gonna serve your wine. So if anything, just take out from this episode that if you work in the restaurant, always open the foil underneath the neck to just make sure that that looks nice and beautiful, and is not that difficult as seems like. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more about how to open the bottle of wine like a pro, so then check my other episode, and then you're gonna see the way how to open it. If you like it, please subscribe, press the like button, write a comment if you like to add something, or if you like it or not, so I will know what's going on. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, drink your wine, enjoy, cheers, see you, bye.